What happens when you invest in almost anything that promises growth, except the function that tells you if the growth is actually real? Hi, I'm Andrew Zizas, and this is To the Point. I have the pleasure of serving as publisher of CFO Intelligence magazine and chief strategist and CEO at Real Estate Strategies Corporation. In doing so, I get to advise CFOs across North America on business, real estate, and career topics, and I enjoy my role immensely. Stick around because at the end of today's episode, I have three very interesting offers for you that I think you'll enjoy. You know what I've noticed? Almost every department in a company has a growth story and a need for more people. Sales needs more people to hit the number. Marketing needs more people to build the pipeline. Operations needs more people to run the operation. Every one of them makes a compelling case, and most of the time, somebody listens. And then there's finance. Finance, somehow, is expected to do more every single year without becoming more every single year, without more people, more entities, more transactions, more regulatory requirements, more board requests, more complexity, landing on the same number of desks. And the answer is always the same: better tools, better processes, better prioritization, work smarter, not harder. A phrase I've always felt was invented by people who weren't doing the work. Nobody stops to ask whether the team's closing a multi entity global consolidation in 5 days, might benefit from one additional human being, one more person. That question doesn't seem to come up. Finance is treated less like an investment and more like a utility bill, something you keep as low as possible and only think about when something goes wrong. But here's what no one says out loud: you can't automate judgment. You can't efficiency hack expertise built over 15 or 20 years of hard experience. And you can't run a serious finance function on goodwill and optimism alone, no matter how good the software or the AI is. The irony, of course, is that finance is the function that tracks every dollar the company spends, including the dollars being withheld from finance itself. And the best finance teams recommend how best to use those dollars and plan and put into effect risk adjusted strategy. And the people needed to achieve those strategies and the company's ultimate success. So here's my challenge to CFOs. The next time your CEO talks about investing in the business, raise your hand and ask a simple question: does that investment include the team responsible for tracking, protecting, reporting on, and intelligently deploying every single dollar the company earns? You wouldn't let the foundation crumble while spending cash to decorate the lobby, would you? Finance deserves the resources and the tools necessary to achieve its objectives, and so does the rest of the business. If you have additional ideas on this topic, have a different perspective, or you'd just like to learn more, contact me at andrew.zizas@cfointel, that's with two L's, .com. At the beginning of this episode, I mentioned that I'd tell you about three special offers. Well, here they come. First, we get incredibly excited when great CFOs come to us to share their insights. So if you'd like to join me in a remote on-camera interview, visit cfoiq.com and drop me a line. Second, if you prefer to share your perspectives in print, perhaps we can publish a story on your ideas and promote you and your company at the same time in CFO Intelligence magazine. If you'd like to explore that, visit cfointel.com, go to the publications page, and get in touch with me. CFO IQ on-camera interviews and CFO Intelligence magazine stories are available to CFOs and their companies at no cost. Now, third, here's the one I like the most. If you'd like to understand in a very short 15-minute conversation how your company can secure free rent, annual rent reductions, no-cost renovation allowances, expansion or contraction rights, and achieve more favorable terms in its facility leases of any size anywhere in North America, even if those leases won't expire for years. You heard that correctly. Even if they won't expire for years. Visit realstrat.com and drop me a line. Now, for any of the above, you can simply reach me at andrew.zizas@realstrat.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Andrew Zizas, and this has been To the Point.